Hi guys, this is Casey for ACT Ottawa, and today I'm presenting a short topic about costuming, Greek costuming. For a Greek costume, we're going to start just very simple, the very simplest form of Greek costuming, which is called a chiton. And it's good for men or women. You will need a piece of fabric. It could be a curtain or a bed sheet, or in this case, a tablecloth. You will need at least 2 safety pins, some kind of cording to go around your waist, and then you're ready to roll. So, for a woman, you will want your particular garment to reach from your chin to your feet. If you have a garment that's a little bit longer, it would look awful pretty if you were able to fold it under a little bit to make a little ruffle. But this is not necessary. You'll play around with yours and see what you like. But otherwise, you will take your tablecloth or whatever, and you're going to fold it in half like this. So you'll get your body into it to figure out where your first pinning needs to be. So, put yourself in the envelope of the sheet like this, and then kind of figure out where you want to pin it. Okay, so after you get the first pin pinned, go ahead and put it on, slide your arm through it, and then take up the rest of the fabric and figure out where you want the other pinning pinned. So if you want kind of a loose, pretty drape, you drape it like this. If you want it a little more tight, you pin it up to here. Okay, once we get you to here, you're going to need a belt, a scarf, something pretty, depending on your character. If you are noble, it might be something prettier. If you're not so noble, it might be a woven thing like this. If, say, you were a tradesman, it might even be like a leather belt or something. Since we are on stage, no one's going to be able to look too close. So I don't think anyone's going to be really upset if you don't have anything, if you don't have something truly period. Let me, I got just this little belt right here, and I'm going to tie it there. Once you get that tied, you blouse it out a little bit, and you neaten up the sides. Okay, so this is what your chiton ought to look like, more or less, if you're a female. Alter it however you need to make your character work. I've got a pretty nice tablecloth fabric that's real shiny and white right here, so you would look at me and say I was noble. But if I were maybe a peasant or a working class, this fabric would probably not be white. It would be a more earthly color, something that wouldn't show the stain so much. So choose your fabric, choose what you make your chiton out of, depending on what your character is. If you were a man, you would make your chiton come just to your knees. So you might end up folding your tablecloth or your curtain or whatever in half to make the length work out right. And then you'd want to accessorize with shoes and the right kind of belt for your station. Now we also need to think about overwraps too. If you were like a noblewoman, you might just take a nice extra piece of fabric and make just a plain old shawl. Nothing too fancy about that. This will work for most noble women, but if you were a man, you'd need something else, and I will show you how to make that. Okay, so this will be different than a toga. A toga is totally Roman, not Greek at all, so don't think you should make a toga here. A chlaymis will cover the left arm, and the left arm will come out from under like this, and your elbow will pretty much keep it up. So the left arm is pretty much covered, leaving the right arm free for sword fighting, for opening doors, for eating. Okay, so you take this basic set of rules and then you experiment. Get yourself sandals. If you don't have anything else, get Birkenstocks. And ladies, you should bring your hair up and away. It can be loose and it can have a fall, but it should be up. Accessories are important, like ribbons or scarves or something to make it pretty. And I've left just the safety pins right here, but you could put something pretty here too. You could wrap it in ribbon. You could wrap it in a scarf. This will work for plays. Great last minute Halloween ideas. Thanks, and like us on Facebook, Act Ottawa, and I hope to see you this spring. Goodbye.